Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Mukesh. So, tell me something about yourself.
Sir, my name is Mukesh Bandwal. I am from Jammu district in Bihar. I am graduated in electrical engineering from IIT IAS Dhanbad. After my graduation, I have done 1 year and 3 months of job at Hindustan Zinc Limited as an electrical engineer. After that, I am preparing for the CSC examination.
Okay. So, how do you think your tenure in college in ISM in electrical engineering will be useful for civil services?
Sir, in the IIT college and in the branch of electrical engineering, I learned to solve the problems. I learned to analyze the things. In IITs, I didn't just learn about electrical engineering. I also learned that how to develop my personality, how to do things when it is not in my favor. I learned leadership skills. In the college, I was involved in the NGO as well. I participated in the running yoga competition. In such vast opportunities, I honed myself for the personality that would be suitable for the administration as well.
Okay. Yes.
Mukesh, you have written a very interesting hobby, and
Yes.
it is to understand and learn from the life of Sri Krishna.
Yes, sir.
So, what made you attracted towards this hobby?
Sir, when I started to know about Sri Krishna, then I didn't look at him just like a lord, a god. I looked at him just like personality. That how the way he has conducted himself in his life could guide me in different phases of my life. I saw him that he is a person who could be a messenger but could also be a warrior when it is needed. I saw a complete personality in Sri Krishna, that's why I was attracted to learn from him.
Okay. So, can you narrate an incident in your life in which you have implemented any learnings of Sri Krishna?
Yes, sir. In this examination itself, when I failed many times, then I maintained my compositeness, my calmness by learning from the way he has taught in Gita that be same when you are in the when you got the success and when you failed. Just do your duty, and I do not have the right on the fruits. I only have the right on actions. I would do the actions, and with time I would get the result.
And given the present circumstances in the country, do you think his virtues are valid even now?
Sir,
Like the way we are fighting the wars and everything. So, do you think it is a good conduct?
sir, in Gita, chapter 2 and sloka 38, he says that sukh dukhe samay kritva labha labho jaya jayo tato yujhaya yujasya nevam papam vaisasi. It means, he says that do not think about, if you are not thinking about profit or loss, if you are not thinking about victory or defeat, you are just fighting for the sake that you have the duty to fight for the social welfare, then it is not a sin. So, Sri Krishna says that it is not the conduct that is important, it is the action that is important, it is the intention that is important. If intention for the war is just, it is just.
Okay. So, just last question from my side.
Yes, sir.
So, is the intention of Israel when it is bombing the hospitals at Gaza, is that intention right according to you? Or would Sri Krishna, would he approve of that?
Sir, the way is, if we see the situation of Israel, Gaza and Hamas, the war that is going on, we should see the how Israel has emerged, and presently what Krishna would have taken the stand, I think that is correctly the stand that India has taken,
Okay.
that two nation theory.
Okay, good. So, Mr. Mukesh,
Yes, sir.
name the two famous personalities associated.
Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir.
Name the
Can we pause it?
Hi Mukesh.
Yes, ma'am.
So you're from Jammu district, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So can you name the three important problems faced in your district?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, in my district, the biggest problem is related to health issues.
Related to
Health issues.
health.
Yes, ma'am. And the next would say the female participation in the economy, it is less than 5%. In education as well, we have to do a lot.
So how do you want to solve these problems if you are posted as a DM?
Yes, ma'am. If I am district magistrate of my district, I would ensure that all the important schemes that is related to health, education, as well as promoting women employment by the self-help groups should be implemented in right manner.
Then Bihar Jivika is already very functional, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So how do you want to improve that?
I would.
Despite having Jivika, the female participation is very low. So what changes would you make so to improve the female participation in the labor force?
Yes, ma'am. It is right that Jivika is doing a very good job, but it is also important that how much women from my district is getting benefit from that program, and also how that program could be expanded to various aspects of economy like agriculture, manufacturing, food processing, service sector, etc. And it's not just Jivika, but also in other sectors of economy. Let's say right now I mentioned food processing industry. In food processing, women could participate a lot. At the same time, in Jamui, there is a lot of opportunities for mining. In the recent news, it has been reported that India's largest gold mines has been discovered in Jammu district. So that creates a whole lot of opportunities related to economy, and that would benefit women as well.
And like you have mentioned your hobby as learning the life of Krishna, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So what are the three negative traits of Sri Krishna that you want to avoid?
Ma'am, when it is said about negative traits, then the way I learn from Krishna, I see that whatever he has done, what was the intention behind that action. Let's say the way Karna was killed, it could be said that in the war it was ruled that we cannot use weapons to someone who is not having any weapon. But Krishna instigated Arjuna to do that. But the thing is, what was the intention behind it? So I do not see any negative traits that I can learn from, I can see in Sri Krishna. I see the intention behind any activity of Krishna, and I find it is suitable at the moment. It is required at the moment, and it was the intention that matters, not the conduct.
Okay. And you worked for several NGOs, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So do you think the recent FCRA amendment has curtailed NGOs' powers?
Ma'am, when Foreign Contribution Regulation Act has been amended, it was because various negative reports related to NGO. For example, Intelligence Bureau has reported that NGO has negatively impacted 3% of GDP. So when foreign contribution is provided to NGO, then how that contribution is being used? So, amendment to FCRA is not to curtail the NGO power, but to realize, to ensure that that contribution is being used for the right purposes.
Okay, and my last question would be,
Yes,
like, why the crime rate in Bihar is high than the rest of the states?
ma'am.
Especially among women and the marginalized section. So why the crime rate is higher?
Ma'am, I remember a statement by Muhammad Yunus, a Nobel Prize winner. He said that the biggest reason of any crime in society is poverty. And in Bihar, we know that about 40 to 50% people are multidimensionally poor. Along with poverty, crime comes because everybody has to fill his or her stomach. And apart from that, when you mentioned that violence against women as well, then it is related to education, it is related to how law and order is maintained, and all combined factors are responsible for it. But it is also true, ma'am, that with time Bihar is improving in the crime scenario, and law and situation is getting better.
So you have mentioned Surya Namaskar as your hobby. Is it your hobby or is it just an interest?
Sir, in that section extracurricular activities was written, and I do Surya Namaskar because first of all I feel gratitude about sun, that life exists on earth. I exist just because of the solar energy, and apart from that, sir, the way Surya Namaskar is done, it helps my mind, my body, my energy to align with the existence.
My question was whether Surya Namaskar is your hobby or interest.
Sir,
When did you do it last? Did you do it today?
sir, today I didn't have the time, I didn't do it today,
Okay.
but on regular basis I do it.
Okay.
So I would say, sir, it is my interest.
Okay. Can you narrate the steps which you follow in that? And how many steps does it have? The asanas, the poses.
Yes, sir. There are 12 asanas in Surya Namaskar.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Can you narrate any few?
Yes, sir. In the first step, it is Talasana. Second step, it is Uttan Padhastasana. Then third step is Padhastasana. Fourth step is Ajnanasana. Fifth step is Parvatasana.
Okay, fine. So how would you use this hobby of yours, or rather interest of yours, in administration, if given a chance?
Sir,
Or do you think it has any use at the first place?
Sir, first of all, why do I do it? My intention and my reason, if I find it suitable that it should be publicized and it should be made in such a way that public should do it, on that basis I would make it ensure that administration would administrative officials or public should do Surya Namaskar. I think Surya Namaskar is useful to make anyone fit, physically fit, and second thing, it ensures that the quality of gratitude grows in the person, and as Marcus Aurelius has said, that the highest of virtues is gratitude.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Mukesh, name the two famous personalities associated with your name, and how do you correlate with them?
Yes, sir. The most famous personalities from my district is Chandrasekhar Singh. He has been 16th Chief Minister of Bihar, and apart from him,
Name the two famous personalities associated with your name.
With your
With your name. And
Your
how
name.
do you correlate with them?
sorry sir, I listened it wrong. Sir, one famous personality is Mukesh Singer, and I really enjoyed the songs by Mukesh and I really sing it. And the second personality I relate with my name is my family says the title, use the title of Mukesh Ambani and just mock to him, mock by naming his title to me.
Okay, now let me ask. So you have mentioned Urdu poetry,
Yes sir.
which is the most famous Urdu poet which you have read or come across.
Yes sir. Sir, the most famous Urdu poet is Mirza Ghalib that I have read.
Recite anything which you have read recently.
Yes sir. Sir, one couplet of his is that न था कुछ तो खुदा था, कुछ न होता तो खुदा होता, डुबोया मुझको होने ने, न होता मैं तो क्या होता. The way I learned from this couplet is, when there was nothing, there was God. When there would be nothing, there would be God. It is just when I got the ego that I am something, I distance from the God.
Okay, Mukesh,
Yes,
recently the Uttarakhand tunnel has collapsed, right?
yes, ma'am.
So, how would your knowledge as an electrical engineer would help in such kind of situations?
Yes, ma'am. It was very unfortunate incident, but my understanding of electrical engineering as well as my experience of working in Hindustan Zinc Limited, if I would have been the in charge of that tunnel, I would have ensured that the tunnel that has been digged should have the proper stability in considering the materials strength of that place, as well as the electrical supply. I would have ensured the electrical supply is adequately ensured, as well as I would also continuously check the stability of tunnel, that no one should have been stuck in that tunnel when any unfortunate incident would have occurred.
And you led a team of 12 teachers in Kartavya NGO, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So, what was that?
Sir, Kartavya NGO is started by college students, and that NGO works for the upliftment of slum students to provide them education, as well as we also ensured that women of that slum get some economic opportunities.
So, what is the role of teachers then?
Yes, ma'am. I led 12 teachers in the NGO. What we used to do, that after school we used to teach the children of slums for their betterment in the performance in the school.
So, when you have all these access to digital devices, so what would be the role of a teacher, like in changing the lives of students of slum children? So, what would be the role of a teacher instead of like a digital device or something?
Ma'am, first of all, when we are talking about slums, then the first thing is whether digital devices are accessible to them first. Second, are they digitally literate? Even if you consider that both conditions are fulfilled. Still, the physical interactions with teacher teach children a lot of many things apart from the information. For example, humans are social animal. They learn how to socially interact. And in digital education, it is also difficult for children to ask questions. It would be more easy in the offline mode. And second thing, in digital education, we have seen in our homes as well that students do not actually participate in the class. They do other things when the classes are going on. These things would not happen in the offline mode.
Okay, Mukesh, my question is what India needs more IAS officers or more teachers?
Sir, the role of IAS officers and teachers are different, but at the same time very important. When we see what we need more, then certainly number of teachers are much more than number of IAS officers. What we need to ensure that the teachers who got selected who should be by rigorous examination as well as they should be provided adequate training the way IAS are trained. And in IAS examination also we should ensure that how a competent person should be selected for the IAS, and there should be a regular training for IAS officers as well, so that they should be suitable for the job in the changing technology scenario.
Okay, so but we see that most of the IITs and IAS officers are coming from Bihar, but still Bihar is lacking in most of the developmental parameters. So why is that dilemma still?
Sir, first of all it shows that Bihar has a lot of potentials, that Bihar is producing so much of IITians and civil servants. And the second question, that why Bihar is still not developed that much considering the potential that it has. Sir, I remember the statement of Ban Ki-moon. He said that the most important thing for the development is political will and vision. If it would have been the right direction, and it is in the right direction, for example, the growth rate has been more than 10% in past continuous years. So, sir, with time we would realize that Bihar would develop and it would be a model state.
हाँ मिस्टर मुकेश,
Yes, sir.
बिहार की जो ग्रोथ रेट है वो हाईएस्ट, इसके बाद इसका आपके हिसाब से क्या रीजंस हो सकते हैं, क्या कारण हो सकते हैं?
सर, जब ग्रोथ रेट देखते हैं तो फिर ये भी देखते हैं कि व्हाट इज द बेस फ्रॉम वेयर वी हैव ग्रोन. If Bihar has grown 10%, then first of all there is base effect, and second there has been many good initiatives by the Bihar government as well as central sponsored schemes that have been very beneficial for the growth of Bihar. For example, Bihar, the development of construction of road is very phenomenal in Bihar. Electricity is everywhere available. Jivika scheme, that is self-help group, fishery industries, tourism industries, food processing industries are growing at very fast rate.
ठीक है, आपने अपनी हॉबीज लिखी है सूर्य नमस्कार. ये बताइए मुकेश, हम सूर्य नमस्कार क्यों करते हैं, हम चंद्र नमस्कार क्यों नहीं करते? सूर्य को ही क्यों नमस्कार करते हैं?
Sir,
आपके हिसाब से इसका क्या रीजन है?
Sir, there is mention of Chandra Namaskar as well. Even in Islam faith, moon is very important aspect of worship. In Hindu also, we worship moon for example, in Karwa Chauth. Ladies do fast and they break fast when the moon in the sky rises. So, sir, first of all there is Moon Namaskar as well, but I prefer Surya Namaskar because I feel and I see it that the life exists on the earth just because of solar energy, and I feel gratitude towards the sun. And when I do Namaskar to sun, then ultimately it is the center of our solar system, and when I salute to the sun, then ultimately it is salute to all the elements of solar system as well as the universe. I feel in that way. When I do Surya Namaskar, just after that I pay tribute to ether as well, that has balanced the whole universe.
ठीक है, तो क्या आप सूर्य नमस्कार के पहले और आखिरी आसन का नाम बता सकते हैं?
Sir, in 12 asanas, 6 are repeated. So first and last are same.
What is the name of
That is Talasana, sir.
Tadasana or Pranamasan?
Pranamasan, and sometimes it is mentioned Talasana, but basically it's Pranamasan, sir.
अच्छा, ये बताइए, आपने उर्दू पोएट्री का जिक्र किया। उर्दू का रिलेशन कई बार कम्युनलाइजेशन से देखा जाता है, इसको एक हिंदू मुस्लिम से जोड़ा जाता है। आपके विचार से ये किस हद तक सही है, कितना सही है?
Sir, relating language to any religion, I do not think it is right. And when I see the origin of Urdu, it has emerged with the help of many languages like Persian, Hindi, and it has many words of Sanskrit as well. So there is no point of communalism in language. It is not suitable for the language.
तो फिर हम जिस तरह से उर्दू के लिए मंच सजते हैं, जिस तरह से मुशायरे होते हैं, वो चीज़ हम हिंदी में क्यों नहीं देखते? हिंदी कविताएं क्यों नहीं मंच से पढ़ी जाती हैं? उसके लिए क्यों नहीं कविता समारोह होते हैं? क्या आपके हिसाब से क्या रीज़न है?
Sir, you have raised a very good point, sir. I think it should be done, and there are many poets who are doing it. For example, in the present situation, Kumar Iswas, Manoj Muntasir, and all other poets are doing it. But in Urdu Musairas, it has been, sir, to the extent I know, it has been part of the culture. That's why Urdu Musaira is being done, and I think it's a good practice that should be imbibed in other languages as well.
Mukesh, one last question.
Yes, sir.
Do you think that the teachings of Shri Krishna and Ram should be included in the curriculum of schools?
Sir, anyway, the life that they have conducted, the teachings in various forms are available in our curriculum. In the UPSC examination as well, when ethics is read and studied and practiced, it is learnings from Sri Ram, Sri Krishna, Muhammad Sahab, Christ, and other great personalities.
But should it be included in the school curriculum, like class 2 students onwards? Shall we teach them?
I think, sir, it should be included as a story, and in the story we should provide the moral of the story that could be useful for the children.
Just one last question.
Yes, sir,
Before
sure.
Was Mahabharata actually a story, or did it really happen?
Sir, first of all, it may be controversial, but I think that we should not look at that way, whether it was real or not. We should learn that how epic the story is, how much we can learn from the Mahabharata, how it is said that what is not in Mahabharata is not anywhere. So how Mahabharata represent ocean of the life. So we should see that how Mahabharata could guide us in our life endeavors. We should not think about whether it was real or not. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.